I'm Amy Drew with the latest in sport for Powercore, supplying power to homes across Western Victoria. The first major scalp has fallen at the Australian Open. Wimbledon champ Marketa Vondrasova has been knocked out in the first round by Ukrainian qualifier Diana Yastremska. Aussie doubles queen Storm Hunter has scored her first major win at the tournament, taking down Italy's Sara Errani in straight sets. In the men's, young French star Terence Atman has been forced to retire with muscle cramps on his Grand Slam debut, sending Russia's Daniil Medvedev through to the second round. And in cricket, new opener Steve Smith says he's excited to be elevated to top of the order ahead of the first test with the West Indies starting on Wednesday in Adelaide.
I'm not foreign to the new ball. A lot of the time I've actually had my best when I've come in really early, and 2019 Ash is probably a prime example of that.
And that's the latest in sport. This summer, be prepared for extreme weather. Sign up for SMS outage alerts at powercore.com.au/notify.
Fantasia with the latest in sport. Cricket Australia chief Nick Hockley has revealed why the Adelaide Test isn't a day-nighter for the first time since 2019. He says it's due to the ODI World Cup pushing the summer schedule back.
Everything's pushed a bit later, so we've had to play test matches throughout the duration of the Big Bash. So the reason this is a day game is so that we can play the Big Bash finals in the evening, and then the first day of the fifth test at the Gabba is the day after the Big Bash final.
Meantime, Travis Head has hit his 7th Test century to swing the match in Australia's favour against the West Indies in Adelaide. Head made 119 runs off 134 deliveries. The Aussies leading by 95 runs at the innings break. For the West Indies, Shamar Joseph was the hero, taking 5 wickets in his Test debut. And in the Australian Open, where local Max Purcell has been knocked out in the second round, going down in 5 sets to 11th seed Casper Ruud. Fellow Aussie Thanasi Kokkinakis takes on Grigor Dimitrov later this evening. That's the latest in sport.
It's a world full sense. It's a full sense. I forget all what is
Hi there, it's Amy Drew with the latest sport headlines. Bulldog star Aaron Norton has avoided a dreaded ACL injury, but scans show a moderate-grade ligament injury in his right knee after landing awkwardly during a tackle in last night's loss to the Swans. The club expect to be without their star forward for at least the next 4 to 6 weeks. While Sydney coach Don Longmire has praised the efforts of Chad Warner after claiming their 7th win on the trot.
Chad played a little bit differently, probably in the third quarter, played a bit more forward, and he was able to hit the scoreboard, and he was pretty dynamic, and that is a good sign that he's able to switch on like that.
And Melbourne Victory will be searching for their first A-League title since 2018 ahead of tomorrow's grand final against the Central Coast Mariners in front of a sold-out crowd in Gosford. They head into the decider as the outsiders, with the home side chasing a unique treble, having already sealed the ALM Premiership and AFC Cup over the past month. And you're up to date with the latest in sport.
It's a world full sense. It's a full sense. I forget all.
latest sport headlines. Sydney will use captain Callum Mills's long-awaited return to fuel them for their North Melbourne clash following the disappointment of Isaac Heaney this week. Mills will slot straight into the senior side in Heaney's absence after the Swans failed in their bid to overturn a one-match ban at the appeals board for striking Saint Jimmy Webster. Heaney's ruled out for their clash at the SCG on Saturday and is no longer eligible for the Brownlow medal. Melbourne's emerging star Jacob van Rooyen has wowed teammates in attack but faces a fresh challenge when he takes over from Max Gawn in a crucial ruck battle with Essendon's Sam Draper. The two Colt figures are set to face off at the MCG tomorrow night as the Demons, who are without Gawn and Christian Petrarca, face an upset with the finals race heating up. And Crows coach Matthew Nix says Isaac Rankin's 4-game ban shouldn't weigh against his All-Australian hopes. Rankin will miss 1/3 of the season with his suspension casting doubt on his claims for higher honours. And you're up to date with the latest in sport.
No.
Hi there, it's Amy Drew with the latest in sport for Branch, your local John Deere equipment supplier. Graham Arnold has stepped down as head coach of the Socceroos, just 3 weeks out from Australia's crucial World Cup qualifiers. In a statement, he says he's made the decision based on what's best for the players, and his gut says it's time for a change. The Swans carry a losing streak heading into tonight's preliminary final against Port Adelaide. They haven't beaten the Power in 8 years. Their last meeting was a 112-point loss in round 21. Veteran ruck Todd Goldstein will line up for his 19th season after committing to the Bombers on a 1-year contract extension, while Curtis Taylor and Bigger Newen are among 4 North Melbourne players who have been told they won't receive new contracts next year. And in cricket, Australia has thrashed England by 7 wickets in the first ODI, with Travis Head smashing an unbeaten 154 as Australia cruised to a target of 316 at Trent Bridge. And you're up to date with the latest in sport.
Constas has won over Australia's bowlers, with Mitchell Starc declaring there is no reason why the teenage prodigy won't be able to handle Test cricket. He shared a net session with Steve Smith today at New South Wales training. The 19-year-old is realistically one big score away from mounting a serious case for Test selection, with Smith's old spot at the top of the order now up for grabs. Constas will have all eyes on him come Sunday's Sheffield Shield clash against Victoria. Australia will go against England, the United States and Samoa in Pool A in next year's Women's Rugby World Cup. Wallaroos coach Jo Yap is encouraging her side to embrace the big challenge that comes from facing the host nation England in the tournament opener. The World Cup set to run from August 22nd to September 27 next year. And Dallin Watene-Zelezniak will remain at the Warriors until the end of 2027. The NRL club has announced a new deal for their prized winger 2 weeks before the market opens. He will remain with the Warriors until at least aged 32.
It's Amy Drew with the latest sport headlines. North Melbourne and the Lions will battle it out in the AFLW Grand Final this weekend, with Brisbane looking to become the first women's side to snatch back-to-back premierships. The Bombers say midfield gun Jai Caldwell is tracking better than expected following hip surgery 3 months ago, and expect the star to be back into full training in February. The Western Bulldogs have announced Chris Grant has informed them of his departure next month. After more than 30 years with the club, he is currently serving as executive Executive Director of Football. It comes amid reports of a rift with senior coach Luke Beveridge. Brazil have spoiled the retirement party for Claire Polkinghorne, beating the Matildas 3-1 last night in Brisbane. The sides play a second friendly on the Gold Coast on Sunday. And the WBBL finals continue tonight with Brisbane Heat up against Sydney Thunder in the Challenger, with winner to take on Melbourne Renegades in the decider on Sunday. And you're up to date with the latest in sport.